a vibrant cosmopolitan city of 1.5 million people, set upon a natural playground of 48 volcanic cones, nestled between two dramatic coastlines. This November, we welcome the world. The Hockey World League Final.
To play those games against the top teams in the world, I think that's what we're really excited about. It's nice that they're coming to our hometown now and we get to play them here.
Argentina are always fiery. They've got the skill and they've got the potential to rip open any team.
They'll be a good defensive side and they'll just pop one in at the last minute and make you really work for a win. It'll be a little bit different having England rather than GB.
They're on the up as well. Obviously, they're the gold medalists from last year. Another European side who know how to play hockey. They pass the ball well, they play a good team game, and they've got a few dangerous strikers up front.
Korea, always a really challenging side. Their basic skills are always really high, and the Dutch, they're like the pinnacle of world hockey. For the crowd, that's amazing to watch. For us, it's actually pretty hard to deal with. The USA have just done really well, actually. They won their World League semi-final, and we know that they're a really fit and physical team.
And the home team, the Vantage Blacksticks.
Obviously, we'll have lots of our own fans there, but to have like other people come over as well, I think that's really awesome.
Our turf, our time.
Our turf, our time.
The Hockey World League Final, November 17 to 26, Auckland, New Zealand. Tickets are on sale now from ticketek.co.nz.
Welcome in, a very good morning to everyone to live coverage of Finals Day here at the Ford National Hockey League. My name is John Whiting. I'm joined by Aidan O'Connor on commentary this morning. Bronze medal match here, first up between North Harbour and Auckland women. Both teams will be wanting to finish on a high.
Yeah, and for North Harbour here we have their team list showing obviously key players, the two international players, number 2 Jana Teschke and number 16, Stephanie Elliott. A smattering of Vantage Blacksticks in there, including number 5, Catherine Henry, led by number 6, Petria Webster, number 8, Erin Goad. And keep an eye out for number 20, Stephanie Dickens. She's been on fire this week, flicking in 4 goals for the Tiger Turf North Harbour side, and they'll be coached by Sam Bartholomew.
Yeah, an equally talented side there for Auckland. You know, they're led by the likes of Vantage Blacksticks striker Samantha Harrison and some talent across the board. I think their international import player Becky Middleton has been outstanding throughout the week, and she'll be key for them again today. And coach obviously there by Jude Menezes, a great man to have at the helm.
Yes, of course, he's involved in the Vantage Blacksticks coaching setup as well, Jude, as is Sam Bartholomew. So a battle of a couple of great coaching minds, John.
Yeah, absolutely. And Jude, obviously a specialist goalkeeping coach, having done a little bit of that himself. They'll be looking to keep Harbour out today, but Harbour have looked dangerous, especially from that set piece, as you brought up earlier, Aidan.
Yeah, that's right. They've got a number of drag flickers in their side, but they've tended to go for Stephanie Dickens with the drag flick option throughout the week. So expect more of the same today for the Tiger Turf North Harbour side as the teams walk out. The traditional pre-match lineup, they'll turn and face us, wave to the reasonably quiet early crowd. I'm sure that'll pick up as the day goes on though, John.
Yeah, daylight savings today for everyone in New Zealand. Perhaps some people pushing the snooze button or sleeping in a little bit.
Are we going to name and shame, John?
I think that will come up during this commentary. We probably weren't the first choice commentary team, but you're stuck with us. So perhaps not the highest standard commentary today, but we will see some great standard hockey on the turf, thankfully.
Yes, of course, we were commentating the National Senior Tournament Finals yesterday, John, and as is a tradition after those finals, the teams head up to the pavilion, consume a little bit of orange juice and Diet Coke, and perhaps one or two of those who were maybe going to be on the commentary mic this morning may have had a bit too much of that Diet Coke. And with daylight savings, they haven't shown. So if you have seen Chris Goldsberry or Ari Barrow, please give us a shout.
Please do. Ask them to answer their phone and reply to a text message or two.
All in readiness here on Waifetu Distributors NHS 1. North Harbour, the Tiger Turf North Harbour side ready to go. Auckland just coming out of their huddle. Should be a good match, John. What are you expecting from this one?
Yeah, it will be a great match, and I think Harbour have been a little bit more dangerous on attack throughout the week. Auckland just been consistent. They haven't banged a whole lot of goals in, but they're really, really solid across the turf, and especially in defence. I think it'll be a good battle, I think.
Yeah, Tiger Turf North Harbour tend to have very quick strikers up front, obviously led by Vantage Blackstick, Kirsten Pearce up in that line. So expect more of the same, maybe a high press on occasions. Lots of pressure on their Auckland defence, but like you said, they'll stand steady, they'll stand strong, led by their international player, Becky Middleton, as we look to get underway shortly here. Here we go, Auckland with the ball. Of course, some of those tuning in will see some familiar faces from our Vantage Blacksticks women's side, a very successful side over recent seasons. And there's one of those players, Kat Henry now. Some good work in defence.
Yeah, she's been solid throughout the week. Obviously had a tough year last year with a torn ACL, but has come back pretty well, and she's going well.
Once again, the commentators curse strikes, and that's a turnover from Tiger Turf North Harbour. Auckland now with a chance to score early. Missed hit there from Ellie Hunt, unfortunately, and Webster now with the ball. Good pressure here early from Auckland. Richie, though, doesn't get the turnover. Obviously, just coming through, not quite timing that tackle correctly there, John.
It'll be interesting to watch a couple of the individual battles out there today. Always good to watch the likes of Patria Webster, who doesn't shy away from a little bit of contact. A tough sort of player.
Absolutely. A couple of yellow cards this week for her, but that's just the nature of the style of play she brings and the way she leads this North Harbour side. So expect more of the same from her today. As Dickens with the ball. Coming out of defence now. Oh, here's a chance for Richie early on. Great save. Brooke Roberts in goal, is it?
That's Rook, I think.
No. It's Madeline Williamson in goal. Great save. Good early save for the young goalkeeper. Phoebe Steele now on the ball. Well defended. That's Jana Teschke from Germany, a 2016 Rio Olympic bronze medal winner. So she's obviously brought some strength to the side, but she's stayed down here. Doesn't look good, unfortunately, for Jana.
Fell a little bit awkwardly there. I don't know whether that was an ankle or a knee, but she's not looking too happy, is she?
It's unfortunate for her. She's been really, really good this week, so we hope that's not too serious for Jana, but it's not looking good. Real concern shown here.
Not quite sure what happened there. I think I missed that, but
we'll let the physios and the experts do their job there with Jana. Hopefully all is okay there. Just take this opportunity now to mention the appointed match officials for this Ford NHL bronze medal game. We have Joanne Cumming and Karen Bennett as the on-field umpires. We have Mel Oakton as the reserve umpire. Warren Devereaux and Stephen McLaughlin as the judges. And our technical officer or match director for this game will be Vicky Allen. That's Vicky out there now assisting with Jana. It might have just been an awkward twist of the knee there as she's gone down. We have seen a number of players slip over during the week. It's like the stretch has been called for here. Never good to see this, is it, John?
no, it's not. It's never nice to see anyone get injured in sport, but hopefully she'll be okay. Obviously, she may not play another part in this game, which is a real hit for North Harbour, but showing a bit of concern for her here. She hasn't been able to get up, so It must be a leg, you would think, or a knee.
Yes, and we will try and get an update on Jana's condition for all those, particularly those perhaps over in Germany who might have been tuning in for this game to see Jana play. Again, I'll reiterate, she has been fantastic for the Tiger Turf North Harbour side this week. Brought some real strength, particularly at the defensive end, but she's also able to create some opportunities on attack for her side. But it does look like they won't have that option available for the rest of this game today. Very unfortunate.
It's always hard, you know, as a team when you have a player go down like this to regroup, they'll huddle up and come together and have a talk at the moment, but they'll be feeling for her as well. And obviously you've still got, I think it's Becky Middleton. No, it's not. They've got someone down there with her, but so I've got my teams mixed up there, Aidan.
That's Stephanie Elliott, John.
Sure is. They've got someone with her, so that is nice to see, and the team will huddle up and be hoping she's okay.
Looks like Claudia Hannum there as well, looking to assist her player off the turf.
So we've only played a couple of minutes in the match. What have you thought so far, Aidan?
Yeah, it's been hard to get a read on the flow of the play early. Auckland obviously had a great opportunity through Deanna Ritchie with a turnover at the top of the circle, which was well saved by Madeline Williamson in goal. I think you'd have to give the first couple of minutes to Auckland, but it is very, very early stages, John, so it's hard to read too much into the play at the moment.
Yeah, that was a great chance for them, though, wasn't it? And a great save from the North Harbour keeper.
Yeah, I think Coach Menezes would have been looking for her to perhaps be a little bit stronger on the finish, though, John. It was a fantastic opportunity. She'd done all the hard work. She'd won the turnover. She'd got around the goalkeeper. Just that final little touch, as we've seen so often this week from all teams at the 14HL. So crucial. And here we go again. Steele this time with the interception. She finds Middleton. Auckland again, hot on attack. Into the circle they go. No, well tackled. That's Kat Henry there. And Dickens will bring it out. And another turnover. This will be worrying, Coach Bartholomew, for the Tiger Turf North Harbour side. A number of turnovers coming out of defence early on. Hattie Jones there with the deflection. It is always tough to get up for this bronze medal game, isn't it? And we saw two very hard-fought 14HL semi-finals on Friday night, John.
Yeah, it is hard to get up for a game like this, but I think they will both be hungry and wanting to go home with something around their necks anyway.
Better outlet that time from North Harbour, but just as I say that, again, another turnover. Vlovnikov that time, trying to find Pierce, but not quite connecting. Auckland with another chance. They'll go around the back this time. Middleton on the ball. Crash ball forward. Doesn't quite get through to Steele. Henry cutting that one out. But again, Auckland hot on attack, as they have been for much of the first 4 minutes here. That's good, strong defence from Hattie Jones. And Tiger Turf North Harbour will keep that one.
Be looking to just get the ball out of their half and relieve a bit of pressure, but no, Auckland back on attack again.
Coming a real difficulty here for Tiger Turf North Harbour, just trying to get out of their own half. Another free hit for Auckland. They've certainly started the stronger of the two sides. Because it's always difficult as well to get up early for these 9 a.m. games, effectively 8 a.m. with daylight saving. Again, if you have seen Chris Goldsbury or Ari Barrow, please let us know. North Harbour now, that's Winterbottom with the interception, and she'll win a free hit. Will she? No. Well defended. That was Victoria Methvin over that side. Webster now with a chance to come forward. This is where North Harbour will be dangerous today. Really like to attack, some very quick strikers, and they'll win themselves a long corner here.
Yeah, they do have pace up front, North Harbour, so once they start stringing those passes together, they'll want to get some flow going and put some phases together and get the ball, keep the ball up and around the circle.
A turnover though here. And this is Maddie Daw with the chance to come forward. Of course, she made her debut for the Vantage Black Sticks earlier this year. Still a very young lady, 17 or 18, I believe, John.
Yeah, she is, and I think from memory she scored on debut as well, so a good year for her.
Certainly a debut to remember as Steele has the ball in the circle. She'll win a long corner. Good defence from Tiger Turf North Harbour though. And again, very strong. Dickens and Webster that time together, but another turnover. And Auckland will come again. Miss trap for Middleton. She won't be happy with that one. Hannum on the ball for Tiger Turf North Harbour. And she'll see Hyatt Brown on the baseline there. Chance now for the North Harbour side just to keep control possession. Conway on the ball now, down the right. Finds Ackroyd, but she can't keep hold of it. And Auckland once again in possession. See the North Harbour National Senior Women's side, the victorious 2017 champions, have just entered the arena. John, perhaps trying to give their forward NHL side a lift.
Yeah, good to see them here, especially so early.
Steele now, just wide.
God,
Another opportunity for Auckland. Sorry, John.
That's okay, Aiden. I think they possibly would have had a late night as well. So good to see them up bright and early and supporting their forward NHL team.
Perhaps we should ask if perhaps Chris Goldsberry and Ari Barrow are just stuck at the ticket booth trying to get in. Auckland now. Yep. Good work from Maddie Dow there, just keeping hold of possession, strong on the ball. Middleton now finds Hunt. Hannum there, intercepting. Elliott here, she's been good again all week for the North Harbour side. And she'll find Erin Goad, another Vantage Black Stick, and she'll go for a run up the right. Tries to get past her Black Sticks teammate there, Samantha Harrison, but she was having none of that.
Yeah, I always like seeing battles like this at forward NHL level when you've got players who are constantly training and playing with each other together at Vantage Black Sticks level, going head to head for opposite teams. Love it.
Definitely, and we just saw a classy little touch from Goad there, the one-touch deflection pass up to Polovnikov, but unfortunately for the North Harbour side, Auckland were able to defuse that. But here's Hattie Jones now winning the interception in midfield. Strong play from Hattie there, trying to find Polovnikov, but no. Ali Hunt will bring it away for Auckland. Trying to find Danielle Jones, another ex-Vantage Black Stick there. Conway to Ivory. Young Kate Ivory on the ball. Turnover there, though. A few turnovers here from North Harbour early, John.
Yeah, they are, but they're starting to push the ball up further, and it's good to see them starting to get a bit of flow together. A few turnovers, but they'll be hoping that the chances will come.
Yeah, and I think they'll be happy that the score's still 0-0 after 10 minutes here. So certainly have avoided conceding that dreaded early goal, John. Nobody wants to do that.
They have, but Auckland have had a few great chances early. It'll be a little bit disappointed that they haven't put one of those in, but
yeah, just some bright news here. We see Jana Teshka on the sideline, and she's been able to stand up now. Some heavy bandaging on that right knee. So one suspects it is a right knee injury for her, but she's able to put a little bit of weight on that, but I don't think we'll be seeing her back today, John. As North Harbour now with a chance. No. Across the goal, there are a few players there. Some good work. I think that was Polovnikov there, putting the ball across.
no, I don't think we'll be seeing her back in this game, but hat off to her. She's had an outstanding week, and she will be a big loss to them today.
Yes, and that shows the value sometimes of bringing those international players into the fold. She's been great, as has Steph Elliott for North Harbour. And, of course, Becky Middleton for Auckland as well. They really bring something to the forward NHL and to the sides. Sometimes people will question the value of that, but if you find yourself a good one, a good international player, they really bring a lot, not just on the turf, but in the team atmosphere as well, John.
Yeah, it's all about finding the right fit, I suppose, and every team is different, but they've certainly fit in well with the North Harbour culture, and there's a few of imports across the teams this year, and great to have them.
There's North Harbour on the ball now. Claudia Hannum finds Dickens. Turnover that time though, Hannum not finding the target. And here's Lulu Tuilotolava. She'll have a go here. She likes to have a go with the ball. Tries to slip that one through to Polly Inglis there. Now, that's a famous hockey name, isn't it? The Inglis name.
Yeah, her brother Hugo is an outstanding player, currently over playing in Europe, but has played quite a few tests for the Vantage Blacksticks and is a pretty outstanding player to have on the field.
Yes, and I understand Polly is also a very talented cricketer. She plays for the Takapuna Ponies Cricket Club. Of course, that club not as strong as the mighty North Shore Cricket Club back in Auckland, is it, John?
I'm not sure. I'm not 100% clear on that scene, Aidan. I think there might be a little bit of personal bias there, perhaps.
Maybe. As North Harbour have the ball through Kirsten Pearce. She'll find Webster. Webster will be key for this Tiger Turf North Harbour side today. She's the real creative force in that midfield, and she'll find Hannum, will she? Oh, just a little miscommunication there. I think that was meant for Claudia Hannum on the far right there, but Kate Ivory tracking back. Just getting a little touch, which is put that onto the foot of Hannum, but some good vision from Webster that time.
Yeah, North Harbour's starting to create a little bit, aren't they, Aidan? And they're gaining a little bit of momentum.
Far more even last 3 or 4 minutes here. Pearce putting some pressure on here. Belinda Smith on the ball. And Auckland will just look to, no, they'll go the crash ball option. And Elliott will tidy that up. And here come North Harbour again on attack. Bit of space out on the right for Elliott. She'll use the crash ball as well, and that'll go through for a 16 for Auckland. Under 3 minutes now in the first quarter. We're all locked up. 0-0. Ford NHL women's bronze medal match here between Auckland and Tiger Turf North Harbour. Yes, umpire Bennett not happy with that tackle. Asking for no more of that, thank you. North Harbour now. Tori Robinson, no, intercepted. Oh, here's a chance now. Danielle Jones on the ball. 3-on-2. Got Mitty Dorr on the far right. Left, sorry. And that hasn't quite got through. Just that final pass again. We saw it last night at the National Senior Tournament Finals. Some great opportunities created, but the final touch just not quite going to plan.
Yeah, that was a nice little play. A nice run from Jones there and almost found Dorr. I think she would have been quite open had she received that on her stick.
And here comes the famous Auckland pressure coming through, and Jones will win it again. She'll enter the circle. Good tackle from Hannum that time. Will we see? Oh, become quite famous for those big touch dives. Trying to clear out a defence, Hannum, as Auckland. Great work from Elliott that time. And she'll clear. Only as far as Belinda Smith, though. And Auckland again remain on attack. So this is Maddie's sister on the ball here, Katie Dorr. Even younger than Maddie.
Just need to take this opportunity, Aidan, to give a special mention to Colin French.
How good is he, John? How good is he?
From the Hockey New Zealand office, who's just brought us over coffee. What an outstanding individual he is.
Colin French is the umpire manager here at the Ford NHL. And he's brought us coffee. He's taken a break from his duties to help out his fellow staff members. Outstanding. Thank you very much, Colin. As we focus back on the hockey here, as Kirsten Pearce wins it. She'll find Robinson. Tackled by Hunt initially, but she regains possession, but Julia King there to mop up. Belinda Smith now. Pressured by Pearce, but she finds Middleton. Turnover there. Pressure from Goad. And Jones again. Jones has been good early, John. She's been in the middle of a lot of good stuff for Auckland.
Yeah, she has, and having played at national level, you'd hope that she'd have some of those skills, and she certainly does. She's a really quality player, and she will be key for Auckland. She already has shown a few flashes here early.
Yes. Ooh. Bit of crash and bash there. Maybe a rugby tackle, but Hannah will be used to that. She's a rugby player herself, so she'll shake that off. As we come to the end of the first quarter, and it's still 0-0 in the bronze medal match here between Tiger Turf, North Harbour and Auckland. Forward NHL action all day today, John. Do you want to run us through the timeline for the day?
Yeah, absolutely. This game starting at 9 a.m, Aidan, and then we have the men's bronze medal match at 11 a.m, the women's K-Cup final at 1 p.m, and then the men's Challenge Shield final at 3 p.m. to close out the day. So hope you didn't have too many plans today and you'll be sticking with us all day long. We all hope to have our star commentary team in later today. I have just received a text message from young Christopher Goldsberry. Not safe to read out on air, but we do hope Mr. Goldsberry and Ari Barrow will be with you later today.
That is a relief, John. As we see both coaches now, they'll be relatively happy with how that first quarter played out. I think Coach Jude Menezes for the Auckland side, probably the happier of the two.
Yeah, I think so. They've created probably the better of the chances. Haven't put any into the goal, but a team like that, they'll be just wanting to keep things moving, keep things going and creating, and hoping that the chances will turn into goals on the board.
Yeah, I can think of at least two early on. There was the one for Richie with a good save from Madeline Williamson, and then Phoebe Steele had one at the top of the circle, which she sent high and wide, and they seem to be able to win those turnovers at the top of the Tiger Turf North Harbour defensive circle there, John, which will be worrying for Coach Sam Bartholomew and his side.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be too worried at this stage. I think they've played quite well, and they'll be hoping to get down the other end. If they can pick up a foot or pick up a penalty corner in the circle, I think they'll be backing Steph to put another one in.
Yes, that's right, John. And just as we get started here, of course, during that quarter-time break, I was able to sit down and have a little breather, thanks to the chairs brought out to me by Pretzel here at Wellington Hockey and Janish Suka, who's actually on the mic today. He's the ground announcer, Janish.
He's a great man, isn't he?
He's helped with the ball kids. He's on the mic today. You'll hear his voice perhaps in the background of some of the action on the Facebook live stream.
Yeah, he's done well bringing together those Educare ball kids, and they do make a difference, don't they? They really speed up the game.
Yeah, well, these players need to get used to the pace of that game, because that's what's played at international level with the Vantage Black Sticks, as Dickens tries to bring out a defence, but Middleton with a great tackle. She'll try and find Steele, but Conway's there. Only cleared again as far as Middleton, but Kat Henry is there to put a stop to that. Jones now, again impressive in that first quarter. Hattie Jones will tidy up, attempts to find Guide, but again, another turnover there from North Harbour. I know it's important to clear your lines on that occasion, but I do think she was trying to find Guide with that pass to set up something on attack. Little touch deflection there from Julia King. Haven't mentioned her too much yet, John, but Julia King, she's been the fulcrum for the Auckland side this week. She's been impressive in the middle of the midfield. And as the game goes on, and I'll expect to be mentioning her name a lot more.
Yeah, she's a great player, Julia King, and she's played at Vantage Black Sticks level. She's played a little bit of club hockey over in Europe, I believe, and just one of those players who doesn't often make mistakes and is really quality across the turf.
And talking about mistakes, we see one there from Victoria Methven, which will allow North Harbour to regain possession, and they'll look to build from the back. Alex Conway from the mighty ABC Hockey Club on the ball, and she'll find Dickens. And just as we say, North Harbour will be looking to build. It's another soft turnover. Middleton will take this one. Finds Hunt. What can Middleton do here? She'll look to get past Jones. Robinson there now to help Jones, but good work. And well done, North Harbour there. Impressive work there from Hattie Jones. I will say it, another ex-Christian school student. And North Harbour clear their line. So Auckland will be able to build from the back with a 16 here. Taylor White on the ball. That's a turnover there. Now Hattie Jones with it. She'll find Winterbottom. Chance here for North Harbour. Into the circle. Shot. Wide.
That was a nice little run, though.
Well, she's won herself a free hit, though. Top of the circle. It was a great run from Winterbottom. Jones has it. Got Henry behind her on the left there, but she'll go herself. Looks to go baseline.
Oh, she's done well there. Almost gets the big boot to the face.
Amelia Gibson in goal there, John.
I think that would be.
Good strong kick, and it was Amelia Gibson in goal. Webster now puts one across, but that goes wide, and it's a 16 for Auckland. Of course, we just mentioned Taylor White's name before, John, and she herself has a famous father in the sporting world.
Tell me more.
Her father is one David White, CEO of New Zealand Cricket. I believe I've seen him here this week. Watching his daughter play. I can't see him at the moment, but I have no doubt that he's here watching too. If he's not, he'll be enjoying this wonderful live stream that we've got today. As North Harbour win the turnover after a raised ball from Auckland. Goad will take this one. She finds Pearce. Great pass there to Robinson. Struggled to get that one under control, but she's got it now. Being pressured there by Methven. And she'll win her side a free hit, and Webster will take this one. What can she do here? Good position here for Tiger Turf North Harbour. She looks to put one across. But there's her Vantage Black Sticks teammate, Samantha Harrison, again cutting that one out.
Yeah, Sam's played well this week. She's put a few into the back of the net, but she does a lot off the ball as well, runs good lines.
And here's King now. We did say we'd start mentioning her name more, and she has looked to create. They just couldn't quite find Maddie Dorr. But a tough position for Tiger Turf North Harbour to work themselves out from here, right in the corner. So they don't get the 16. It's gone out on the sideline. Hannah will look for Dickens. That's good work. That's well done from Steph Dickens there. Not only has she been flicking in goals for this North Harbour side, but she's been strong at the back. And I've been surprised a little bit by the turn of pace that she has. She's been able to match it with some of those quick strikers chasing back.
Just take this opportunity to give a special shout out to Grant Jackson from Kookaburra, New Zealand, who's watching along with everyone on the live stream, as I see. Kookaburra, obviously a proud sponsor of Hockey New Zealand. Great to have you with us, Grant.
John, I think you were talking about getting back into hockey and looking for a stick, weren't you?
I'm a bit of a battler, Aidan, and obviously having two young kids doesn't help too much, but I will be back. I will be back.
What we'd like to hear, John, as Auckland looked to cross that one in, but Webster's there to cut that out. Auckland putting a lot of pressure on here, making it difficult for Webster to exit, but has she won herself a 16? Yes, she has. Well done, Petrea Webster there, leading from the front.
Yeah, she doesn't shy away from big games, does she, Aidan? She's one of those players that in a medal game you want to have on the turf.
Absolutely, she will not leave anything out there. The old saying, 110%, John, certainly applies to her, as Phoebe Steele has it. She's gone to Harrison, and Harrison will look to go here. She's got great stick skills. We've seen that in a couple of the shootouts that Auckland have been involved in during the week. She's been very clinical in those. Methven now. She'll find Taylor White on the right.
And Petrea just recently engaged, so I'm led to believe. Mr. Shay Neal, very romantic fellow. well played, and congratulations to those two.
So who would he have been supporting in the semi-final there, John, with obviously his sister in the Mark Cromie Holden Northland side and his fiancée in the Tiger Turf North Harbour side?
I think he's, well, good question. Would he try and stay neutral? Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that's possible.
A tough one for Shay there. We might have to try and find that one out later. As Hannum on the ball. North Harbour again looking to exit defence. I seem to have been saying that a fair bit today, but they have been under a bit of pressure, but they're doing well again there through Dickens and Hannum. Couldn't quite connect with Goad that time, so Auckland will win it back. Ali Hunt coming forward. Crash ball over. Starting to see a few more turnovers here. It's just under 7 minutes to go in the second quarter in the 2017 Women's Bronze Medal match in the Ford NHL. Tiger Turf North Harbour versus Auckland. No score yet. Chances for both sides. Elliott on the ball now. Dickens in a bit of space. What will she do? She'll go crash ball. Robinson might get on the end of this. She does. Oh, it's at the post.
Wow.
Still on for North Harbour here. Robinson looking to find Ivory. No, it's a free hit.
You can't get much closer than that, can you?
Well, what happened there, John?
I think that's hit the edge of the post and bounced out with.
See on
replay
replay here.
The line.
Robinson gets that one past Gibson, hits the post and just stays out, and Ali Hunt there to clear off the line.
Just inches in that.
Well, we saw that last night in the men's national senior final, didn't we? Richard Story hitting the post early on. Sometimes it's your friend, sometimes it's your foe.
Yeah, and everything comes into play. The spin of the ball, the trajectory, just there. Could have easily gone in, but no dice.
It was Tori Robinson on that one, putting that one across, and I believe she celebrated a birthday yesterday, so happy birthday, Tori, for yesterday. Perhaps taking home a medal as a present a day late might be her birthday wish. Hannum now on the ball. Dickens creating well, back to Hannum, and she'll find Goad. Great work there from the North Harbour duo. Right idea, I think, there from Goad, but just the execution letting her down. She had Ivory and Ackroyd in space. A dive there and a dive again. A couple of dives there. Oh, we have a green card. Ackroyd for North Harbour. Must have been something that happened a little bit earlier. So she'll sit down in the naughty chair for a couple of minutes. A couple of dives in quick succession there, John. On the turf, taking some skin off. They'll worry about that later. Middleton and Hannum it was with the dives. We've seen that a fair bit from Hannum this week. Rugby player and a touch player, so she's used to diving around on the field.
Just to answer your question earlier, Aidan, I've just received a text here from Shay Neal. Just to answer your question, who's supporting, he says, happy wife, happy life. I think that is the right way to go, mate. He does say, would be nice to see Northland lift the trophy, though.
Oh, very diplomatic, but he is a smart man with a happy wife, happy life. I'm sure you can attest to that, John.
Absolutely.
There's Hunt now on the ball. Oh, what a touch that was from Harrison. That was English, sorry. Inglis. Bit of creativity there, reminiscent of her brother, but not quite connecting with Sam Harrison up front. Nice to see that little bit of trickery, though, isn't it? Just adds a little bit of flavour to the game. Great ball to Henry there. Jones will go for a run up the left. Has Winterbottom in front of her, but she'll go herself here. She'll look to go baseline and bring that one back, but Maddie Dow, great work, Maddie Dow. Another vantage black stick there showing her class. Here's Harrison. She looks like she's playing a little bit in the midfield here, John.
Yeah, she is. I mean, she's an experienced campaigner, and she can pretty much play anywhere throughout that midfield or striking area. She will come into play as this game progresses, as we're still locked up 0-0. Just 2 minutes 50 left in the first half.
Yeah, Taylor White looking for Gianna Ritchie there, so Gianna might have a little bit of a conflict there too. I understand she does some work for Tiger Turf, who are the sponsors of the North Harbour side. Here she is playing against them for Auckland, but she's doing well here, putting a lot of pressure on. Looking to win that ball back off Hannum, but she'll find Dickens there. Great work again from North Harbour. They're much better at that in this second quarter, exiting their defensive area. And Dickens will go for a run here. Tackled by King, but she'll have the free hit from the side. And there's Tuilotolava working hard to try and get that, but there's that speed again from Dickens. Just off the mark there, able to track back and win that off the striker. Harrison now from the sideline after another turnover from North Harbour. Pearce back on the field putting some pressure on. Certainly notice the step up in intensity here from the strikers for North Harbour, putting a lot more work in defensively than they perhaps were to start the game. And there's a good example of that from Robinson. She'll win her side the turnover. Elliott will have it and she'll bring it out. Looks for Jones. Will she get that? Yes, she will. Well done. Here's Pearce on the ball. Another vantage Blackstick, but she's dispossessed by Methvin. Harrison clears, but off the stick of Jones, so it's Auckland's ball, and Steele takes it quickly. Cut out by Hannum. And Jones will get that. King now finds Katie Dorr, who will look for Tuilotolava. She'll circle back, and here's Dow in a bit of space. And if she looks one further right, she's got Harrison in space, and she finds her.
Got another.
Steele on the baseline, and she'll look to take on Dickens, but not much has got past her this week. And again, Dickens successful with the challenge.
No, she's a great player, isn't she? And obviously being a tall girl, great reach.
Absolutely, and here's Webster again. Chance to show her pace, and she'll have Robinson in space. And if she's got one more pass in her, she'll have Winterbottom, but Auckland have covered that well. Got numbers back. Webster again looking.
Final 30 seconds here. Can anyone come up with a goal?
Crash ball across. No, that will go out. And I think that might be the... No, it's going to be North Harbour ball. Still 0-0. Been chances both sides, haven't they, John? As we see on the replay there. Robinson looking to crash that across. Must have just deflected up off an Auckland stick. Ball over again. Still has that under control. She's lost it at the top of the circle, but won it back. And that will be half-time. Half-time in the 2017 Ford NHL Women's Bronze Medal game. Tiger Turf North Harbour versus Auckland. We have another stalemate. 0-0. Chances both sides. Both coaches perhaps a little unhappy that we haven't had any goals in the back of the net. But it promises to be an exciting second half, John.
Yeah, pretty great first half, really. Like you said, chances for both sides and playing some pretty open hockey. I think we will see some goals in the second half. So as we just watch as the teams head off to the break into the sheds, they'll again take on some Gatorade, have a moment to have a little bit of a breakdown of the game, and then we'll come back in the second half as the sun is out in full force here in Wellington. We will leave you for probably about 5 minutes, and we'll be back here at the National Hockey Stadium in Wellington for the second half.
In a high-risk environment, you need a teammate who never takes their eye off the ball. So we've got the Black Sticks to put Ford's driver assist technology to the ultimate test.
Is that a little bit close to the wall?
Nah, this will be easy.
We've got it, for sure. Should we do it?
Yeah.
Let's go. I reckon we got this. Radio girls, buckle up.
While the Black Sticks are focused on reaching their goal, Ford Driver Assist is on defence, helping read what's going on around them with Bliss blind spot detection. And adaptive cruise control, helping maintain a safe following distance from the car ahead. And when someone brakes suddenly, City Safe brakes automatically, helping you to stop in your tracks.
Was the braking a bit scary for you girls?
Trust Ford Driver Assist to help you stay in control.
I'm glad we didn't have to go over that.
Auckland, New Zealand, Tāmaki Makaurau, Aotearoa, a vibrant cosmopolitan city of 1.5 million people, set upon a natural playground of 48 volcanic cones, nestled between two dramatic coastlines. This November, we welcome the world, the Hockey World League Final.
To play those games against the top teams in the world, I think that's what we're really excited about.
It's nice that they're coming to our hometown now and we get to play them here.
Argentina are always fiery. They've got the skill and they've got the potential to rip open any team.
They'll be a good defensive side and they'll just pop one in at the last minute and make you really work for a win.
It'll be a little bit different having England rather than GB.
They're on the up as well. Obviously, they're the gold medalists from last year. Another European side who know how to play hockey. They pass the ball well, they play a good team game, and they've got a few dangerous strikers up front.
Korea, always a really challenging side. Their basic skills are always really high, and the Dutch, they're like the pinnacle of world hockey. For the crowd, that's amazing to watch. For us, it's actually pretty hard to deal with. The USA have just done really well, actually. They won their World League semi-final, and we know that they're a really fit and physical team.
And the home team, the Vantage Blacksticks.
Obviously, we'll have lots of our own fans there, but to have like other people come over as well, I think that's really awesome.
Our turf, our time.
Our turf, our time.
The Hockey World League Final, November 17 to 26, Auckland, New Zealand. Tickets are on sale now from ticketek.co.nz.
Welcome back to the National Hockey Stadium in Wellington. We've got a good game on our hands here in the women's bronze medal match in the Ford National Hockey League. Auckland versus North Harbour, all tied up 0-0 at half-time. Aidan on comments with me today. Aidan, you want to just give us a little breakdown on some of the other games in action this morning?
Yeah, thanks, John. So we've obviously got two other games happening here at the National Hockey Stadium, a 3-turf venue. So over on Comrade Medical Systems NHS2, we have Canterbury Cavs taking on Printing.com Northland. Score at the moment is 5-0 to the Canterbury Cavs. And over on Polytan NHS3, we have the Rico Capital Cyclones and the Southern Storm battling out for 7th and 8th. And there's 7 minutes to go there, John. And the local side, the Rico Capital Cyclones, are up 3-0.
Capital will be looking for a win there on the women's side. Obviously, the men in action next up at 11 a.m. in the men's bronze medal game, the Rico Capital Cobras up against the Southern Dogs. Again, live streaming for you all day here on the Hockey New Zealand Facebook page. Do stay with us, even if you're out and about. You can watch us on your mobile. Go out to a cafe, have some lunch, set the phone up, set the iPad up, you're away.
Must have an inside word in the Cobras camp just as you bring them up. They've shown up here for their bronze medal match. As you said, coming up at 11 o'clock against the Southern Dogs. Now you'll see 3 players there with the last name O'Connor and the Southern Dogs. I can confirm now, no relation to me.
They're certainly a lot better at hockey than you, aren't they?
Not even close, John. They are miles better than me. 3 very talented hockey players there. Joe, Vinny and Kieran. And they'll be looking to take home some medals from their efforts in the Ford NHL in 2017. But it's the women's bronze medal match, which is taking place at the moment between Tiger Turf, North Harbour and Auckland, 0-0. John, what do you think was discussed in the sheds at half-time there?
Oh, look, I think both teams played a good first half and they'll want to keep it going. Obviously, they'll probably will have talked about, putting those chances into the back of the goal because they are both creating. Just getting the final touch on in and around the circle, and I don't think we've seen a penalty corner yet for North Harbour, but that's obviously a strength of their game. They'll be looking to get into the circle, score from the field, or at least pick up a few feet in and around, and allow Steph Dickens at the top of the circle to unleash, as we've seen her do so often throughout the week.
Yeah, interesting that, and it's obviously a credit to the Auckland defence that they've been able to successfully push Tiger Turf North Harbour back without conceding any penalty corners. They must have discussed that before the game about the danger of that drag flick from Steph Dickens for North Harbour, and they've done well there. Coach Menezes will be happy.
I think reasonably happy. I don't think a coach is ever happy, are they, Aiden? No. Oh, there's been a couple this week who we've spoken to after their matches, admittedly losses, and they haven't been happy. As we're underway here in the third quarter, Webster on the ball for North Harbour. And they'll look to build again slowly from the back. Kat Henry with it. Crash ball forward, but again cut out. Auckland have been good, but it's turnover 1, is it? No, again, that back tackle that we've seen, you have to be very good with your timing on those, or else you do run the risk of being pulled up. Have to be clean and tidy on those tackles from behind, and obviously Winterbottom didn't quite get that one right, but North Harbour have the ball here and they'll be looking to push forward, and Goad looks to connect with Kirsten Pearce. Now, I would expect Kirsten Pearce to come into the game a little bit more as this game wears on. A few tired legs and her pace and her stick skills, she'll be able to try and work her way through that Auckland defence. Yeah, that's right, Aiden, and a Rio Olympian, so has a lot of experience in those big game situations, having played, against the best teams in the world and in front of huge crowds. She will be key for them going forward.
As we see North Harbour now, Conway finding Elliott. Good ball there, but just couldn't quite get the stick on that Goad, but she's got it back here, and Webster will come through the middle. Looks left and finds Jones, who gives it back to Webster. Nice 1-2 there. Chance now on the edge of the circle. But Middleton works hard to get back, and she'll win that off Webster and come away with it. Bit of a chance here now. Oh no, what's happened on the far side there? I think umpire Karen Bennett has just...
I think she's given a little bit of a shoulder barge accidentally to one of the little boys, but he's okay.
Will she be green carding herself for that one? I hope not, because we need her out in the field. She's done a good job with Joe coming out there today. Again, we just simply can't run these tournaments without the great group of officials we've got, led by our tournament director, Gavin Hawke, his assistant, Jackie Tomlinson, Of course, the wonderful Colin French who brought us our coffees earlier as the umpires manager, and Sarah Garnett as well. So thank you to those 4 people and their team of officials as Auckland. No, it's just hit a foot there. Looked like a chance for Julia King.
Great to see the sun shine out today, Aidan. I guess the culmination of the Ford National Hockey League week, which we started last Saturday. And obviously the National Senior Tournament running alongside that as well. So let's hope the sun stays with us all day here.
Should be good. It should be a bumper crowd coming in as they've got the local side at 11 o'clock, and then obviously the key finals. We've got Bailey's Midlands playing Mark Cromie Holden Northland in the women, and it's the Battle of the Bridge in the men. It's Auckland against Tiger Turf North Harbour.
Yeah, always a good battle, isn't it? Auckland versus North Harbour.
Absolutely. Both teams on form as well in that one, so it should be a cracker to finish the week. But we're not there yet. We've got the bronze medal in the women's Ford NHL to sort out yet, and it's 0-0 here between Tiger Turf North Harbour and Auckland. Yeah. Around about 3.5 minutes into this third quarter.
I think we will start to see the locals start streaming in ahead of that men's bronze medal match. Obviously the Ricoh Capital Cobras, the hometown heroes, in action. Spoke to their coach, Hemant Lala, last night. It wasn't the Cobra Commander, as they call him down here, but I wasn't too impressed after that heartbreaking loss, as you wouldn't be as a coach when you lose, but I think they'll be up for it today.
Absolutely. There's still a chance for those guys to walk away from this week with a bronze medal. And look, I think the loss of their inspirational, well, he's not captain, but certainly a strong player, Blair Hilton, in that last pool match, might have just caught up with them in the semi-final yesterday, but they've had a great week. They've played some brilliant hockey, some very exciting hockey, and we'll look to see some more of that in the next game. But it's North Harbour now for Petria Webster. Got Pearce on their left, and Jones. Jones will look for Pearce now, but well cut out by Ali Hunt there. She's done well for Auckland in defence. Perhaps a slightly unheralded name, given some of the names we see on that Auckland team sheet, but she's been strong today, John.
Yeah, she has, and as we just saw a little earlier, a nice little half chance there from Sam Harrison at the top of the circle. Auckland starting to create here early in the second half.
Middleton now. And Dickens comes through again for North Harbour with a tackle, and she'll break out. Looks for Robinson. Robinson will have a chance to run. Stretch those legs out. Look to get past Methvin. She does that. She's got support. Up with her now. Got Jones on the left. Finds her. Oh. Yep. Didn't quite get that one right, but the right idea. Looking for that cross into the circle and just a little deflection into the goal, but just couldn't quite get that one over. And Auckland will get the free hit and a chance to exit. And they'll do that. Oh, no, they won't. Loose pass from Methvin. Couldn't find Hunt. And Kate Ivory will be on the ball once she gets it. What she does now. Will she go herself? No, we're going to go around the back here. They'll keep their shape. They'll look to go down the left, I think, John. No, I've got that one wrong.
All right. It's a 50-50 call, isn't it?
Hannum on the ball now, and she'll find Ackroyd. Some lovely skills there, but great defence as well.
Yeah, that's a good strength of Auckland's game, is just being able to stick in that final tackle, keep opposition teams out of the circle. Haven't conceded too many goals at this tournament, and still none in today's game. None scored either as yet.
No, and Maddie Dorr on the right there, working with Taylor White, who will find Inglis. He'll look to get past, but no, Webster's there to shut that down. Again, we're starting to see some of those key players for both sides have more of an influence. Obviously, Webster and Dickens for North Harbour. Middleton, Harrison, King for Auckland. Look for those names as the game wears on. And the leagues get a little bit more tired. It's been a long week. It's been a tough week. It's been some high-intensity games. So subbing will be key as well for both teams, as Middleton will look for the crash ball. Cut out by Jones. He'll get to this one. Inglis will hand him. It'll go out. Well, that's Auckland ball. So they'll stay on attack. Inglis will have it. Plovnikov not quite getting to that one. Good work from Methven. White there to clean up, but a chance here. Great work from Danielle Jones again. Long corner now for North Harbour. Webster is going to take this one. She's got Hyatt Brown behind her, who'll now have it. Good tracking back from Steele, who forces Hyatt Brown back, but now Conway on the left. Finds Ackroyd, but a good tackle.
Good pressure there from Auckland.
Absolutely. They win the turnover through Methven, and now Maddie Dorr up the right, still going.
She's got wheels too, doesn't she, Maddie Dorr?
Absolutely. Talented young hockey player. Expect to hear that name a lot in the future. As White now goes the overhead option. Great ball. Steele on it. A little bit of trickery there up in the air. But Dickens cuts that out. What a turnover. These have been costly for North Harbour.
And Maddie Dorr involved Aiden in the Aon Federation Cup.
Yes, a member of the successful St Cuthbert's College side, coached by Mitch Hayde, who we'll see a little bit later on the turf for the Tiger Turf North Harbour men's team. As Dickens brings it forward, crash ball up. So about 6 minutes to go here in the third. Oh, that's a loose pass. Jones won't be happy with that. Winterbottom hanging around there and picked that one up. And now a chance for North Harbour to push forward through Dickens, but she doesn't quite control that one. And Auckland will move forward now. Maddie Dow. Jones now on the left. Options in front of her. She had Ingalls there, but she was looking for Belinda Smith, who just moved slightly infield at the last minute. So it's a turnover. Kat Henry, crash ball again. Harrison, and now Jones. She'll have a chance to come forward. Got Katie Dorr on the right, but she circles back left. And guess who for North Harbour cutting that one out? Steph Dickens once again. Methven finds Ritchie. And here's Kate Ivory, another talented young player. Oh, that's a great ball through. Here's Plovnikov, one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
Oh, that's a
good
nice
save,
shot.
Gibson. Winterbottom picks it up. PC, here we go, John. PC for North Harbour.
This is what they've been waiting for, Aiden. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say flick from Dickens.
Yeah, we see on the replay here, Winterbottom picked up the scraps. And that's just hit the foot there of Taylor White. Unfortunate there for the Auckland defender, but that is a penalty corner and a good call from Joe Cumming there. And yes, John, they'll set up two brackets, I think. But expect them to go with Steph Dickens with the flick. Pearce will inject. Oh no, that was Kate Ivory with the flick there, but that's gone wide.
You didn't quite get hold of that, did she?
No, as we see on the replay there, good injection and good trap. Just not quite sure the gather was quite there from Ivory. Looked like they were going for, is that Webster on the post there for a little deflection. Didn't quite go to plan for North Harbour. Perhaps expect them to go back to the tried and true Steph Dickens drag flick next time.
No, it didn't. And perhaps just going to look for a little bit of change. You know, Auckland are a very organised defensive unit. Former Vantage Black Sticks goalkeeper Amelia Gibson there.
It's Deanna Ritchie that time. Breakaway opportunity there. Sam Harrison up the left, found Ritchie. Had a chance in front of goal, but well shut down there by Madeline Williamson in goal for North Harbour. Auckland though, they win the long corner. Me, oh my, what do we have here? Ari Barrow is in the building. And Chris Goldsberry is here too. Welcome.
He's looking very fresh, isn't he?
Yeah, well, sometimes if you have a Diet Coke or an orange juice, it'll do that to you, John. But let's focus back on the hockey here as Auckland have a great opportunity. Ball across. And Aaron Go to win that free hit. Ooh. A little bit of afters there from Goad. Elliott now on the ball. That's back in. Just a couple of.
We do have a star commentary team with us now, but we will stick with you till the end of this game, and then what a treat you're in for as the day wears on.
Just a few physical challenges coming into the game here, John. We saw a little bit of afters with Aaron Goad and Katie Dorr just before, and then Elliott got crunched in that one. Expect things to heat up a bit here as Pearce now in front of goal, but no, just couldn't quite control it.
Yeah, two teams who like a bit of physical contact, so to speak. They won't shy away from the battle. We spoke about Petria earlier, one of those players who will step up, will go in for the tackle, put her body on the line. I think she's had a couple of broken noses while playing for the Vantage Black Sticks, so you'll expect her to be right in the thick of it.
As Richie comes down the field, and she'll win herself a free hit. Finds Katie Dorr, we'll see a crash ball. Well cut out by Goad. So those two go to battle again, Goad and Katie Dorr. But Katie Dorr wins this battle. Finds Maddie Dow. Again, another one of those tackles from behind. You do have to be very exact with your timing on those, or else you will concede the free hit, as we've seen there from Tori Robinson. Auckland now. Julia King, that's dangerous, and that'll be a free hit out for North Harbour. John, we do have the star commentary team here, but they're not saying a lot as they're standing beside us.
Just taking in the sunshine, I think, at this stage. Warming up like any cold-blooded animal does.
It is good to have them here, though, even if it is a little bit late. But North Harbour now. No, turnover. Oh, just that last pass again. If Katie Dorr had found Maddie Dow, I think Auckland might have been in with a chance. But Tuilotolava finds Richie, but a foot. Again, John, we've only got 30 seconds left in this third quarter. There's been chances for both sides, but nobody on the score sheet just yet. We could well be headed for another shootout.
Yeah, well, we called it, I think, last night in the National Senior Men's Final. We saw a shootout coming and it came. But there were a couple of goals there late. Could we see a couple of those here today? Still 1 quarter to play.
There's Maddie Dorr. Oh, good work from Williamson to come out and shut that one down.
Good physical battle, isn't it?
Well, Maddie Dorr won that turnover through good pressure. Pressure on the Harbour defence. There was only about 10 seconds to go in that quarter. Just couldn't quite get to that ball, as we see on the replay here. Just a race for it. Great work from Williamson there to come out and shut that down.
Yeah, that's good bravery there from Maddie Dorr. It was probably a collision in a battle she was never going to win, but put her body on the line.
Yeah, goalkeepers do have a bit of an advantage in that situation, don't they, with all that extra padding. But Williamson did do well. She came out, she shut it down. And the score remains 0-0 after 3 quarters here in the 2017 Ford NHL Women's Bronze Medal match between Tiger Turf, North Harbour and the Auckland side. 1 quarter to go. John, are you brave enough to pick a winner?
No, same as yesterday, Aidan. I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to say we'll go into a shootout.
Of course, we did see a shootout in last night's Men's National Senior Tournament final.
Yeah, we probably won't speak of that at the moment.
Yes, apologies. I must keep in mind the company we now have after they have turned up.
It was a great game, though, wasn't it?
High standard match, that one, John. Very high quality. Either team could have won it. And when it comes down to a shootout, sometimes it can be a bit of a lottery. Do have to give credit to Dean Armstrong, the Waikato goalie from last night. He ended up winning the men's MVP for the tournament and showed his class in that shootout. As the coaches just go through their final instructions, their last chance to have an impact in regulation time here. Be interesting to see if we see any tactical changes in this last quarter, or whether both coaches are happy with how things are going and just preaching that old virtue of patience here. We have seen good chances for both sides, just not been able to take them.
Yeah, how much do you think that early loss of Teschke has affected Harbour, Aiden?
Well, it's always going to throw out your rotations and that sort of thing, isn't it? And she has been a class player all week for North Harbour. They've relied on her a lot. Defensively, she gets through a power of work, and when she gets on the ball, she's able to create something out of nothing. Perhaps they've just missed that a little bit in midfield, and that, without her, it puts a bit more pressure on the likes of Steph Elliott and Petria Webster. And of course, as good and as high quality as those two players are, they simply can't beat a team by themselves.
Yeah, she's still down on the sideline. The medic is with her. She's looking okay, but I think she'll probably go out and have a little visit probably to the doctor or the hospital after this match just to see what's happened to her knee.
Yes, our thoughts and best wishes are with Yana. Hopefully it's not too serious and it's a quick recovery for her, and we're able to see her back on a turf somewhere around the world very shortly. As we tune back in here, just a minute gone in this last quarter. North Harbour now with an opportunity to push forward through Polovnikov. Oh, great stick work there. But once again, Danielle Jones is there to clean up. Good pressure though from Polovnikov. She's not letting up. She did turn it over, but she's trying to win it back for her side, and Dickens has pushed herself further up. Perhaps that is one of those tactical changes we'll see from North Harbour in this quarter, trying to get Steph Dickens involved further up the field, perhaps in the midfield. She has played primarily at the back today. As Goad now. She'll get a chance to get in the circle and have a shot. Well defended by Auckland, and they'll win the free hit. Seen a lot of those little opportunities entering into the circle, but both sides, again, defensively very, very strong. Middleton now pushing forward. Oh, there's Dickens. She was over on the left before, but she's found herself on the right now. Goad with that interception. She's got Webster on the left if she can find her. We can see little pockets of space opening up all over the turf now, can't we, John, as the game wears on and the players get a little bit more tired.
Yeah, it is starting to open up a little bit on attack, but both teams doing well to scrap back there in the defence.
Well, here's an opportunity now. Maddie Dorr, she's got Harrison and Tuiloto Lava, and she's won her team a PC. Must have hit the foot there of Kat Henry.
Good opportunity here for Auckland.
Have a look on the replays. Just hit the foot of Elliott and bounce through to Maddie Dorr. Looks for Tuiloto Lava and Harrison across, and yes, just off the foot there.
Auckland obviously without the services of Vantage Blackstick Liz Thompson this week, who's resting a little injury, a little niggle. But she obviously adds a lot from penalty corner, has a strong hit. So where do you expect them to go with this, Aiden?
Yeah, look, I'll be honest, not too sure here, John. Looks like Julia King and Tuiloto Lava, who I believe is a drag flicker, set up the two brackets. Perhaps a flick from Tuiloto Lava.
Oh, that's a goal.
It's gone in.
The hit from Julia King, I think, was it?
It was. Once again, I've picked it completely wrong at the PC, but good news for Auckland. They're up 1-0. See on the replay there. Good injection, good trap. Clever little pass from Danielle Jones. Oh, it's just hit the stick of Conway, I think. King crashed it in. Conway there doing her job, and it's just come up off her stick, up and over. Keeper Madeline Williamson. Certainly no blame attached to Alex Conway on that one. Just one of those unfortunate things, but Auckland go 1-0 up.
Really nice, strong hit there from Julia King. Captain's knock, so to speak.
Yes, John. And Auckland will be happy with that. Did always feel there was a goal coming. There was enough chances created by both sides, and it's Auckland who have the ascendancy. 1-0 in the fourth quarter here of the 2017 Ford NHL Women's Bronze Medal match. Is the bronze medal heading Auckland's way? Under 12 minutes to go now, and Auckland hot on attack again, looking to increase their advantage. And we can confirm that was actually Auckland scoring that first goal.
That wasn't far off either.
Crash ball there from Belinda Smith. Oh, a little touch there. Who's that sliding in? Is that Middleton?
I think that was Middleton, and it wasn't far away, tell you.
That would have been a great goal. Dickens now brings it forward, and Ackroyd on the ball. Finds Jones. A little bit of space on the left. Again, the last pass not quite going to plan for North Harbour, so Auckland will come away with it. Oh, another one on the turf there, but she'll be okay. Webster again looking to create.
It's given Auckland confidence, hasn't it, that goal there? They've lifted again, and ball on stick. They're on attack.
Just a little signal there from our match director, Vicky Allen, just confirming that was Julia King getting that goal for Auckland. Thank you, Vicky. You're doing a great job down there. There's Middleton. Pushes forward. And Henry there to clean up. But Auckland will stay on attack. Certainly increase their intensity here, Auckland, and a noticeable lift on the bench. The management crew are up. They're excited. You can see the physio, Peter Lee, there. He might have his arms crossed, but I can tell you what, he's very happy with this scoreline.
Yeah, he doesn't show a lot of emotion during games, Peter Lee, but I tell you, he'll be fizzing inside.
As Dow finds Hunt. They'll look to go down the right now, and Harrison on the ball. This is good from Auckland, just keeping possession, making North Harbour work. Down now, another vantage black stick. No, they'll just hold on possession. This is good from Auckland. They don't need to chase the game anymore. They've got the one goal. It's North Harbour who'll need to make the play. And they've got an opportunity to do that now through Jones, who finds Webster. Bit of space. She can find Robinson in front of her. Now Auckland once again have cut that out well. Tuiloto Lava doing her work, tracking back. It'll be a long corner for North Harbour though. And we see all 11 players now behind the ball for Auckland. They're comfortable with that one goal. They'll think that'll be enough for them. There's under 10 minutes to go in the last quarter here. That one hasn't gone 5. Well, this is an interesting call here from Coach Sam Bartholomew. So there's 9 minutes 11 to go in the fourth quarter. Auckland up 1-0, and North Harbour are pulling their goalkeeper. So they're going to play the last 9 minutes with 11 field players. I like this, John.
Yeah, it's a bold move. Yeah, nothing to lose at this stage, is there, Aiden? I mean, they need a goal, and they need it soon. So get into it early. Why wait until the final minutes and then regret it?
Absolutely, and perhaps it's worked, as we see Victoria Methven there attempting the overhead. Didn't quite go to plan. It's ended up in the stands. No one-handed catch for $1 million this time. Obviously, the Beavers coach Sanjay Gander isn't here, so that one went uncaught. But Auckland now won that back. So North Harbour couldn't take advantage, or can they? Kirsten Pearce. Again, Auckland strong. 11 players behind the ball. They're doing well.
Not a bad player to have as your nominated goalkeeper either, Aiden. Steph Dickens, obviously a very strong defender there.
Absolutely. And again, a reminder, she has full goalkeeping privileges. So if the ball hits her body, her foot, her hand, in that circle, it is play on. It is as if she was wearing the pads, as we see another hefty challenge there. Hyatt Brown versus Ritchie, and Hyatt Brown wins that one.
Yeah, welcome into Tiger Turf North Harbour coach Dave Kassouf on the stream. Obviously playing later on in quite a big match for his team, but welcome into the Harbour boys, watching their girls in action here.
Yes,
looking for a goal.
Best of luck to that Tiger Turf North Harbour side. And the men's gold medal match later on today is North Harbour crash ball through Elliott, unrewarded. obviously the assistant coach for that North Harbour side. I believe you received a message from him earlier, John. Ricky Burgess.
The great man. He wants to get into the commentary, but I think he'll be busy today. And just confirmation for everyone watching that it is Auckland up 1-0, not North Harbour as it says on the on-screen graphic. So it is Auckland up 1-0. North Harbour looking for an equalising goal.
There's Ingles there. Just breaks down play. Webster will take the free hit. North Harbour really pushing here. And we can see Coach Menezes responding to the pulling of the Harbour goalkeeper. He's just keeping one striker high just to drag the field out a little bit more. It's Phoebe Steele up there all by herself. Call for patience went out, but the crash ball came in early and it's dribbled across. Sometimes those can be the toughest ones to clear, but Auckland have done well there through Victoria Methvin, and they'll have a chance to clear. North Harbour certainly pushing. They've got 6.5 minutes to find an equaliser, or they will unfortunately finish 4th at the Ford NHL for 2017 as Hannum and Ingles come together there, and Auckland will have the hit from the sideline. A great dive there from Hannum. Once again, one of those touch dives. She is a touch player. And she'll cut that out, but again, Auckland will have the hit from the sideline.
Should be good fielding on the cricket boundary, Claudia Hannum, wouldn't she?
Certainly a much better fielder than me, John, that's for sure. And she'll be taking this hit from the sideline. She'll find Elliott, who in turn finds Jones. A bit more space for the North Harbour side, and Jones pushes forward. Has Winterbottom in front of her. Here's a chance, good from Winterbottom. She'll find the foot of Taylor White and a free hit. Takes it quickly. Did that go 5? Yes, it did. Chance. Ooh. Right across the face of goal. No touch on that one, so Auckland will get the chance to clear.
Yeah, Kirsten Pearce couldn't quite get that to find her stick there, and it went right through.
But North Harbour win it back. Hyatt Brown. Ella Hyatt Brown with some good work, and she'll find Petrea Webster. Ball into Winterbottom. What can she get for her side? Unfortunately, nothing. Bodies on the line here now. Lots of diving. Lots of crashes, lots of shoulders.
Really lifted another level, hasn't it, in the last few minutes?
It's good to see this desperation from both sides. Often it's a tough game to get up for, the 3v4, but there is a medal on the line. And it's good to see both teams desperate to win that bronze medal here. And it's Auckland with the advantage, 1-0. We enter the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. What do Tiger Turf North Harbour have up their sleeve? They've pulled their goalkeeper, they've got 11 field players. And they need at least one goal here to keep their chances of winning the bronze medal in the 2017 Ford NHL Women's Competition alive. Again, we see Phoebe Steele all up there by herself, up in the North Harbour circle. Good ploy that from Coach Menezes, just stretching the field out, stretching those North Harbour players out a little bit. But they've done well here through Kirsten Pearce. Steph Elliott on the ball now, the British international guest player. It just trickles out over the baseline. Yes, and we see Coach Menezes getting very animated on the sideline there. Just instructing those players subbing on exactly what he wants in the last 4 minutes here.
Yeah, he is, and this is where all of his defensive preparation will come into full force here with under 4 minutes on the clock. His side leading 1-0.
Bit of confusion here. I think that's a long corner, so they'll need to take that from the 25. Just a little nick off the stick there of the North Harbour player. I think it was Hannum. But she'll get a chance here now to clear. She has Dickens there. Might see an overhead. No, Auckland have closed that down well. Good work. Great little triangle there. Elliott now will find Jones. Polovnikov up. Good strong tackle there. Belinda Smith. Again, Auckland, it's been their hallmark, their trademark all week. Very strong defensively, and it's come through once again as we enter the last 3 minutes. 3 minutes and 7 seconds for Tiger Turf North Harbour to find an equaliser, or it will be Auckland who will get the bronze medal in the women's Ford NHL. But here's Petrea Webster creating for her side. Has she won herself a PC?
Oh.
No, she hasn't. She had a chance at goal there.
They had a chance there. Got the shot away.
Been a couple of those in the last few minutes there, John. A couple of bobbly balls in the circle. North Harbour have found their way onto the ball, but that last shot not able to beat Amelia Gibson in goal for Auckland. Now here we go through Becky Middleton, and that's just hit the foot of Winterbottom. Middleton's an experienced player here. She'll just slow it down. She knows the clock's on her side. There's under 2.5 to go here on Waifetu Distributors NHS 1. The women's 2017 Ford NHL bronze medal match. North Harbour, Tiger Turf North Harbour in Auckland. It's 1-0 Auckland, thanks to Julia King. Oh no, here we go. Here's a chance to make it 2. Phoebe Steele. And Dickens again.
She's been immense in this game, hasn't she? And one of the form players, I think, throughout the week.
Absolutely, she's been fantastic. But it's Pearce now for North Harbour. Kirsten Pearce. Crash ball.
Oh,
And it's chance.
Here we go.
Goal!
Goal! A boomfa.
Me, oh my!
Who scored that, Aiden?
Samantha Polovnikov. The ball found her way through to her somehow. I think that was Winterbottom at the top. Well controlled. Round Gibson.
Great work there, wasn't it? Just
Back of the net. And isn't she excited with that one?
Great work just to beat the keeper and flick it in on the reverse.
Great work. Great composure.
She's
She's a young player, and she managed to maintain that composure and finish with aplomb. And it's 1-1, John.
We have a game on our hands.
Very, very reminiscent of last night's men's national senior tournament final, wasn't it?
It certainly is.
But it's the women's Ford NHL bronze medal game, and it's all tied 1-1. And North Harbour have their goalkeeper back on the field. So it's, again, just 10 field players. It's worked. We've seen it again. Pulling the goalkeeper. They got the goal. They got what they wanted.
Yeah.
Now, will they look for a winner? There's 1:20 left. Or will it be Auckland? Auckland on attack. Kat Henry cuts that out well. And she'll look for Winterbottom, who gets it at halfway. Goad in a bit of space here. She'll have a chance to run. Will there be a winner in this one?
Wow.
Oh, that could be called dangerous. It is dangerous.
It's a PC. So North Harbour with a chance to win this match. You would think if this goes in with 1 minute on the clock, certainly in the driver's seat.
Just correct you there, John. There's 1 minute and 1 second on the clock. So Bartholomew gives his instructions. I think it's safe to say, with the game on the line here, we will see a Dickens drag flick. She's been fantastic all week. She scored 2 crucial goals with that flick in the quarterfinal against the Canterbury Cats.
Yeah, I can't think of too many players at this tournament this week who, in this situation, you'd rather put the ball in front of.
And she's set up in the bracket. Goes to Dickens, flick. Wide. Hit the post.
I think she did.
Another one hit the post.
She hit the post, didn't she?
She's hit the post. Auckland not happy with this call. We'll have a chance to look at that on replay, but it did look like a PC. Bit of a hack. Hit the post, it's come out. Hanneman Goad there, and a little bit of just over the top there, I think, of the stick from the Auckland defender. So North Harbour, Tiger Turf North Harbour with another opportunity here. Very unlucky for Dickens, that one. It was a good gather and a good flick. But again, we talked about it earlier. The post can either be your friend or your foe.
The post hasn't been friends with too many at this tournament.
So North Harbour set up again. It's going to be Hannon with the flick. No.
No, that's well blocked by Auckland. They tried a little variation, didn't quite go to plan.
It's not enough on that little last pass from Hannum to Dickens, but it's Auckland. Diana Ritchie with the ball, but that will go over the baseline for a 16. 30 seconds to go, John. I think this one will be another shootout to decide the bronze medal winner and the women's forward NHL for 2017 on Waifetu Distributors NHS 1. Or is there a last opportunity for Auckland? Middleton will come forward. Well cut out by Hannum, but no free hit.
They'll have one last play at this. One last
Crucial
roll
here.
of the
Is
dice.
this inside? No, it's inside, so there has to go 5 now. Just slow them down. It's gone 5.
That's a shootout, Aiden.
It is. 1-1. What a game. 1-1. 2 goals in the last quarter. Auckland scored first through Julia King from a PC. And North Harbour replied with around 3 minutes left through Samantha Plovnikov. A well-taken field goal. Rounding goalkeeper Amelia Gibson. So it's a shootout to decide the bronze medal in the 2017 Ford NHL Women's Competition. Tiger Turf North Harbour against Auckland.
Yeah, what a finish it was in that fourth quarter. And I think this is probably a good reflection of the game. I think both sides played really well, and to come down to a shootout to decide it is probably the way that it should go. And you look back at that fourth quarter there, what a great move it was from Sam Bartholomew to pull the keeper with almost 10 minutes to go. A brave move, but it did pay off for Harbour. And then had the chance there to deliver a game winner, couldn't quite do it. And so we will go to shootout.
Well, that's very acrobatic work from Chris Goldsberry coming up the steps there. Once again, rocking the rolled up jeans and no socks combo. Interesting choice, but we saw last night with his choice of turf shoes that he isn't one to settle for the trends in fashion. He is a trendsetter himself.
Oh, look, he's a real icon of Christchurch, I think. And it's really come through this week, along with probably his right-hand man, Ari Barrow. Fantastic gentleman himself.
But
they will be joining everyone watching at home for commentary throughout the game for our next games. The Rico Capital Cobras up against the Southern Dogs. And as we move forward to our K-Cup Women's Final and Challenge Shield Men's Final. Women's Final at 1 p.m, Men's Final 3 p.m. Do stay with us throughout the day as we just get ready here for a deciding shootout between Tiger Turf North Harbour and Auckland Women in the bronze medal match.
Now, John, I know you mentioned earlier the Tiger Turf North Harbour men's side were watching. I'm going to hazard a guess that the Auckland men's side are also watching, both taking part in the final. Any thoughts on that game?
Oh, that's going to be a doozy, isn't it? It's a real fitting end, I think, to the tournament to have those two teams matching up like you spoke earlier. The Battle of the Bridge, North Harbour versus Auckland. You can't really beat it, can you?
It is good. So will Auckland be looking for a measure of revenge after the rugby match earlier this season, which, of course, North Harbour won 57-12, I think was the score. The biggest ever winning margin for the North Harbour rugby team over Auckland in history.
You don't think we'll see the scoreline blow out that much today?
I would be surprised. It would be a very entertaining game if it did get that high, though.
It would. Well,
I'm not sure Devon and Richard Joyce would be too pleased with that, but the spectators would be kept happy, that's for sure. No, I'm expecting a tight encounter. I know both sides like to attack and get forward. But again, we've said it again with the women's teams. Very strong defensive units for both sides, led by the Advantage Black Sticks goalkeepers, Richard Joyce and Devon Manchester.
Yeah, North Harbour, one of those sides, again, very, very dangerous from a penalty corner, with Corey Bennett picking up quite a few goals throughout the week. He's really in form with his flicking, so they'll need to be careful there.
Absolutely, but it's the women's 2017 Ford NHL bronze medal match that we're focusing on here. Both sides are ready. 5 players have been chosen, so for North Harbour, who will be up first, it'll be Stephanie Elliott. Looks like Kat Henry as well. Steph Dickens, Kirsten Pearce and Ella Hyatt-Brown, and Brooke Roberts will come in. She hasn't played all game, but she'll be in goal for the North Harbour side in this one. And for Auckland, Amelia Gibson in goal. We'll have Becky Middleton, Phoebe Steele, Samantha Harrison, Danielle Jones and Julia King taking their shootouts. So Steph Elliott up first, the British international guest player, up against Amelia Gibson. Of course, Auckland winning their shootout in the quarterfinal over Central earlier this week, so they'll have a bit of confidence from that. Oh no.
No, she's missed.
Well saved. Well saved from Gibson there. A couple of opportunities for Elliott.
Yeah, pushed her a little bit wide and she couldn't quite recover or get a handle on the ball. And then was just left with an angle perhaps just a little bit too far. Did put it in, but after the 8 seconds, so it doesn't count.
And it'll be Samantha Harrison. Now, she took 2 against Central and she scored clinically with both of them. So, be interesting to see how she goes up against Brooke Roberts here in the North Harbour goal. That is quite necessary for a shootout, a hockey ball. We are going to need one of those.
Helpful. It's helpful. And we'll see the Samantha Harrison shake and bake perhaps onto the reverse stick. Has worked very well for her in the past.
Here we go. Dummy, yeah, that's great work. That's great work from Harrison. Couple of reverse stick dummies there. We see the first one on replay. Just put Roberts at a standstill. On the back foot. Goes reverse again. Up and over. 1-0 to Auckland in the shootout here. Bit of work for North Harbour to do to come back. But it's Ella Hyatt-Brown now to take this opportunity for Tiger Turf North Harbour. Save by Gibson.
Great stick save, I think, there.
Now, looked like she had the keeper beaten there, but just couldn't quite get the ball out from underneath her feet. We see there, she's gone left, she's dragged right. Yeah, just there. Just that extra touch.
It's a magic save, isn't it?
A great save from Gibson, but Hyatt-Brown had an opportunity there with Gibson beaten, but just couldn't get it out from underneath her feet. So it will be Julia King now. See if she can make it 2-0 to Auckland.
Wow, she's put that in.
And she does. Nice and easy for King there. Just starts on the diagonal right run. Drags right to left. Comfortable on that reverse stick and a good finish. Into the goal. Beats Roberts. 2-0 to Auckland.
Great shot, that.
Great work from Julia King. So Steph Dickens really must score here for Tiger Turf North Harbour to stay alive.
Big moment. No.
Oh, what a save.
No. So North Harbour have missed all three so far.
Amelia Gibson again. That's a great save. Dickens right to left. Just there. Had the opportunity. Looked like it was going in, but Gibson with a great glove save there. Diving over to her right.
For Danielle Jones with a chance to win this game.
Yes. Confirming if this goes in, it'll be Auckland, the bronze medal winners. Off she goes.
She's got it.
And there it is. Your bronze medal winners in the 2017 Women's Forward NHL competition, Auckland. 1-1 at the end of regulation. 3-0 winners in the shootout. Well done to the Auckland ladies. Let's have a look on replay at that last one. The winner, Jones, under control. Here's Roberts going backwards. Left to right, spots an opportunity, and it goes.
So Auckland will go home with the bronze medals after today. They would have loved to be in the K-Cup final, but will not go home empty-handed. North Harbour will be a little bit disappointed with that finish in shootout, but what a great game it was.
It was. It was a great way for both of these sides to finish. Unfortunately, there does have to be a team that finishes fourth, and it will be Tiger Turf North Harbour, but they can hold their heads up high. They've had a great week, and their Women's National Senior Tournament are here to clap them off. It's great to see. They'll be disappointed, that's for sure. Been some really, really great hockey. And again, one of those what ifs. What if Jana Teshka hadn't gone down early with that, what looks like potentially serious knee injury?
Yeah, that's right, Aidan. That's right. But great game from both sides. Congratulations again to Auckland women who have walked away with the bronze medal today. We will take a break in a minute as we prepare for our men's bronze medal match, the Ricoh Capital Cobras versus the Southern Dogs. You'll be joined on commentary, well, I should say commentary, but chat/banter by Chris Goldsberry and Ari Barrow. They've filled themselves with coffee and they're ready for battle. So thank you for joining us for this women's bronze medal game. Auckland 3-0 winners over Tiger Turf North Harbour in a shootout. Aidan, thank you for joining me. Do you want to just report any results from other games before we depart?
Yeah, thanks, John. Just to update the listeners or the viewers as well. So in the 7th and 8th playoff in the Women's Forward NHL competition, it was the Ricoh Capital Cyclones, the 4-0 winners over Southern. And in the men's 7th and 8th match, it was the Canterbury Cavaliers over Northland 11-0.
Close game then. Enough said. We will depart now, and we'll be back with you from 11 a.m. for the men's bronze medal match, Ricoh Capital Cobras versus Southern Dogs. Thank you for tuning in, and good morning.
Auckland, New Zealand, Tāmaki Makaurau, Aotearoa, a vibrant cosmopolitan city of 1.5 million people, set upon a natural playground of 48 volcanic cones, nestled between two dramatic coastlines. This November, we welcome the world, the Hockey World League Final.
To play those games against the top teams in the world, I think that's what we're really excited about.
It's nice that they're coming to our hometown now and we get to play them here.
Argentina are always fiery. They've got the skill and they've got the potential to rip open any team.
They'll be a good defensive side and they'll just pop one in at the last minute and make you really work for a win.
Be a little bit different having England rather than GB.
They're on the up as well. Obviously, they're the gold medalists from last year. Another European side who know how to play hockey. They pass the ball well. They play a good team game, and they've got a few dangerous strikers up front.
Korea, always a really challenging side. Their basic skills are always really high, and the Dutch, they're like the pinnacle of world hockey. For the crowd, that's amazing to watch. For us, it's actually pretty hard to deal with. The USA have just done really well, actually. They won their World League semi-final, and we know that they're a really fit and physical team.
And the home team, the Vantage Blacksticks.
Obviously, we'll have lots of our own fans there, but to have like other people come over as well, I think that's really awesome.
Our turf, our time.
Our turf, our time.
The Hockey World League Final, November 17 to 26, Auckland, New Zealand. Tickets are on sale now from ticketek.co.nz.